Joining me now to talk about it, Senator Brian Schatz, Democrat from Hawaii, who recently said he thinks Republicans are pushing the American economy into a depression. I guess the first thing to start with, Senator, is do you have a sense of where things stand?
Well, the last couple of days have been better than the previous couple of months, but you've got it exactly right. They just don't feel a sense of urgency about this. And I'm, normally coming up against an August deadline, normally things come together and I have some basic faith that the pressure of the deadline and the pressure among the public to get a deal done will cause cooler heads to prevail. I'm not so sure this time because I'm not so sure that they understand the human suffering that is happening and the economic extinction event that literally millions of small businesses are about to experience, that millions of people who are about to be evicted or foreclosed upon, and not to mention the 156,000 already dead. I don't think they're ready quite yet to pass a bill that is equal to this moment. Remember, we had several $1 trillion worth of aid that came out when the economy was better and when the virus was less bad. The virus is worse than ever in the United States, and the economy is in the tank and going right over the edge. And I don't sense that they feel a sense of urgency.
You talked about an economic extinction event. I mean, I think there's been several phases here, right? So there's the sort of initial lockdown. There's a bunch of programs to try to support people during that. There's the PPP program, which was flawed in some ways, but got a lot of money out the door. There was the $1,200 check, unemployment. You now got, 1/3 of New York small businesses may be gone forever. That's just New York. I'm sure this is true in other places. Brooks Brothers, California Pizza Kitchen, Gold's Gym, Neiman Marcus, Lord & Taylor, all filing for bankruptcy. It's just inconceivable to me. I mean, it's like Herbert Hoover, I guess, just to sit and watch.
No, it's exactly like Herbert Hoover.
It all burns.
And where they're at ideologically is absolutely stuck because they have this idea that because Nancy Pelosi proposed a bunch of things that they must be ideologically opposite. But the problem is that without government intervention, that the American private sector is going to be destroyed for a generation. And their ideology is preventing them from doing anything about it. When I talk to small businesses back home and large businesses back home, institutions, individuals, everybody back home, nobody's telling me, I'm really worried about the national debt. I'm really worried about the size and scope of the federal government. Everybody understands this is an absolute emergency, and this is not the time to pinch pennies. Because, as you pointed out, the CARES Act, flawed as it was, did a number of very important things. All of those provisions in the CARES Act are either already expired or about to expire, and these guys are planning their August break. I just don't get it, and I just think that we're in a particularly terrifying position because Donald Trump doesn't feel the urgency, and Mitch McConnell will not move until Donald Trump says.